Hi everyone, I'm Cerise.
I'm Joe.
And today we are talking about overcomplicating things.
This is basically where you see a situation and you know that things have to change. You're going to have to do something. You're going to have to live a solution because to continue is not acceptable, is causing problems. But then instead of immediately living the correction, the solution, you go into thinking about it. And you go into things like, I need to understand how this happened. Why did this happen? How did I create this? How did all of this come together? Who was involved within making all of this happen? I need to understand who was involved, their names. I need a blood test and urine samples from all of them. I need to figure out their astrology signs. I need to know if they had fish that day. I have to see what tide phase the ocean was in and the pole of the moon.
You get the point, right? Now this can also manifest in different ways. Like for me, when I overcomplicate things, like words.
Don't think too much
they're
about
complicated sometimes. Anyway, so when I do that, it's usually when I am anxious about something, I'm unsure, I'm uncertain, I don't know what's going to happen, I don't know how to handle something. And in that point of uncertainty, I start imagining all these different scenarios, and I have a choice in front of me. And instead of choosing a simple path, I start looking at all the things involved that could possibly go wrong. All of the things involved that may jump out and like completely ruin everything and change everything, and like I totally spin out there with all of these different things that might happen.
It's interesting. I was just looking at it, and it's kind of like a need for control. Like there's the idea that if you understand it all, if you can see all of the parts and how it all moves and understand
what might happen,
then you are in control. Then you can make a decision, because it's coming from a point of fear, powerlessness, and feeling like you're not in control of the situation. And that comes from not knowing what's going to happen if you change. Because a lot of times, like for me, when I look at it, when there's a solution ahead of me, it's clear, like, okay, that's what I need to do. But then I start to retreat, because I know that if I start living the solution, that means I have to change. I have to step into territory that I've never been into before. I have to get out of a comfort zone. And that's when the old habits come, and they kind of want to fight for you to stay in the comfort zone of like, oh, but have you looked at this though? Have you thought about this? You heard about this? You seen this? You consider this. Hey, how about everybody that was born in 1972? You thought about that? Consider that? Factor that in. You gotta check these things. You don't want to make a mistake. Just check. You can't be too careful.
So I think that one of the most interesting manifestations of this particular design is when we overcomplicate things.
It's complicated. It's a complicated word.
It's really, you know what, word. I'm blonde, I'm sorry, okay, it happens. Just deal with it. So when we overcomplicate things in relation to our personal inner selves, our relationships with ourselves, our way of dealing with things, because very often, with almost anything, the solution to a situation is simple. It's you simply change. You do things differently. It's as simple as that. But in doing it is where the challenges come up, and we work ourselves into the state of it can't be that simple. I need to consider all of these other things, because you know what? They are relevant. My grandmother's maiden name and date of birth is relevant to this.
You got to factor it all in.
Put it in.
It's kind of like the ultimate addiction for your mind to figure it out. This puzzle that's like, oh, I got to get to the core of it. There's a prize in there. The solution, the answer is in there, and it's got all these layers. It's like the Minotaur's maze. You got to turn left and then answer this math equation, and then look this up, and then do this and that. All the while, what are you doing? You're not changing. You're losing yourself in your mind. You're losing yourself in overthinking, overcomplicating, and really it's still coming from a point of fearing to step out of a comfort zone and wanting the security or the feeling of security that comes from apparently knowing everything. But you'll never know everything. And even if you did, it doesn't change the fact that you still need to change.
So, yeah, that's basically the funny thing within all of this, is that in us trying to understand ourselves, apparently, or understand situations, we believe that there's something that is more. There must be something more. It's not just no. I can't. If I just start doing things differently, it's not actually gonna fix this. What's happening now?
I'm on fire, but hold on. Don't put me out yet. I need to see what caused it so it doesn't happen again. No, don't. I'll put myself out when I'm ready. I want to make sure it hurt. Yeah, I know it hurts. I know I'm on fire, but hold on. I got to figure this out. What happened? Okay, where was I just now? Okay, I did that. But why was that there? Who put that there? Instead of putting yourself out and stopping the fire. So that's why overcomplicating and trying to figure everything out, going into too much detail, actually doesn't help you. I mean, yes, look at the situation you're in, assess the issues that are in front of you, have a look at what you need to do and how that's going to affect people, of course, but it gets to a point where you need to just change. Step out of the comfort zone and put the fire out.
Okay, anything else to add?
No, just keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't give too much information. It's just not relevant.
Do you have anything else to add now?
Yeah, don't think about it too much, because when you think about it too much, let me tell you all the ways that it could affect your life. When you start overthinking, you start to lose track of reality, and you start to create
Hey Joe! Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye.